Any more witnesses, victims, or evidence in the case. Graphic home surveillance footage shared exclusively with KTLA shows a stranger trespassing on private property in Beverly Grove as he slips through a front gate and then pulls down his pants and starts touching himself while staring at a wood panel. The homeowners were not here at the time, but were alerted to the obscene activity through their security system. They explained the intruder is briefly interrupted by what we don't see from this camera: neighborhood children playing in the front yard on the other side of the gate. He turns toward the children, watching, listening, and continuing with the salacious and what many call sickening sideshow.
The cameras alerted me. Thank God I wasn't home. And when I saw that, it was shocking. It was scary. It was shocking. It was disgusting.
The footage Elaine and her husband are providing to KTLA is from October of 2024. They were shocked to learn a man matching his description was just arrested in connection with a similar case of indecent exposure in West Hollywood on September 19th. Authorities with the LA County Sheriff's Department say Jackie Harrington approached a woman in the laundry room of her apartment building and exposed himself. She screamed, he left. Turns out neighbors and victims have been comparing notes and claim the same individual has been menacing the community for years, stalking, grabbing women, peeping through windows and doors, exposing himself, touching himself, and more.
He did the same thing to our neighbor, but our neighbor was home, and he ran out, and this guy had a machete, what looked like a machete, I can't be sure, it was some kind of tool or something, and he started chasing him back with the tool. So he's definitely dangerous.
He has been arrested multiple times. I unfortunately encountered him on public transportation where he began to stalk me to the building. And after threatening me, I got a message from my neighbor that he was on his camera in front of my door with rope in his hands.
Anyone with information or evidence should contact the West Hollywood Sheriff's Station. Live in Hollywood, Chris Wolf, KTLA 5 News.
All right, Chris, thank you. Breaking news in Westwood, where a massive crowd of people gathered hoping to meet social media influencer IShowSpeed. The internet personality, whose real name is Darren Watkins Jr., promised to visit several locations in the Los Angeles area, UCLA being one of those stops. He has gained fame for his energetic and unpredictable streaming style, incorporating gaming, music, and travel content.
The teen found in the trunk of a Tesla belonging to singing sensation David was likely dead for several weeks, according to detectives. The body of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez was found on September 8th, the day after what would have been her 15th birthday. Detectives say Rivas Hernandez had been in the car for several weeks, her body severely decomposed, her remains found in a bag. The car had been towed after being parked on a street in the Hollywood Hills for weeks. It had been ticketed 11 days before it was towed. The cause of her death has not been released by the coroner, but the medical examiner says she was not pregnant. David has not been charged or named as a suspect.
Now to a deadly hit and run in Panorama City, where a man on a scooter was struck by a gray Honda sedan. The driver kept on going. New surveillance video captured the accident last night near the intersection of Strathern and Woodman Avenue. The victim, a man in his 30s, was pronounced dead at the scene. Anyone with information is asked to call the LAPD's Valley Traffic Division.
The husband is making an emotional appeal to keep his wife from being deported after she was detained following what they thought was a routine immigration hearing. The newlyweds say they followed every rule and thought they were taking the final step toward getting a green card.
And now they face an uncertain future and believe they were tricked. KTLA's Carlos Salcedo joins us live in Hollywood with the latest on their case and what immigration attorneys say about what happened. Carlos?
Yeah, Micah Scher, this couple thought they were doing things the right way. Barbara went in for her green card interview, but somehow still got detained. Tonight, the couple says their American dream has turned into a nightmare.
There is a serious clock ticking here. If my wife is sent from this country, if we cannot stop that.
For newlyweds Tucker May and Barbara Marquez, their life has been turned upside down. The two married earlier this year, and on September 16th, they went to the federal building in downtown LA, where the Brazilian native was abruptly detained during an immigration hearing, thinking it would be her final step in securing a green card.
We were lied to, we were tricked in order to have her separated from the attorney that we brought with us, specifically for any kind of worst case scenario like this.
And that's exactly how it turned out. Barbara was sent to the immigration detention facility in Adelanto, California. The reason given, she had missed a 2019 court appearance, of which they say they had no knowledge of.
Shackled by her hands and her feet and around the waist, as if she's Hannibal Lecter or something like that. My wife, with no criminal record and who only dreamed of becoming an American, is being treated this way.
Tucker says Barbara is now at a detention center in Louisiana, pending removal to Central or South America. Experts say her story is not unique to many who are currently following immigration procedures.
This administration is deeming any misrepresentation or any failure to appear a significant enough issue to make it a material reason why they will deny the application to adjust status.
Edward Navarro is an experienced immigration attorney. He does not represent the couple, but has seen other similar cases where people are attending hearings trying to do things the right way, but are being removed due to minor errors in their application.
There are ways to cure those deficiencies, or in other words, to fix their application, and they should seek counsel through an immigration attorney.
Tucker and Barbara have their own attorney and are utilizing every legal tool at their disposal to halt what now seems to be the inevitable.
We did everything by the book as much as we could. This is how we treat the people who dream of becoming Americans.
Now, Tucker fears his wife could be deported within days. We reached out to the Department of Homeland Security regarding this case. They told us they're looking into it. We're live tonight in Hollywood. Carlos Salcedo, KTLA 5 News.
Carlos, thank you. Homeowners are on the edge in Rancho Palos Verdes tonight after a portion of the bluffs came crashing down, damaging backyards and raising concerns about further landslides. About 400 feet of the coastal bluff fell toward the ocean on Saturday night.
And geologists say this landslide is not related to the land movement that's been creating damage in the community for years. Mary Beth McDade live in Rancho Palos Verdes with the latest on that slide and what can be done to stop it. MB.
Yeah, Mike and Chair, city officials say that the properties are stabilized tonight and the homes are safe to live in. But what caused this massive slide remains a mystery tonight. A huge portion of several backyards has come crashing down a coastal bluff in Rancho Palos Verdes, impacting 4 properties.
It's really shocking. I've always known about the ones down in Portuguese Bend, but this is really close to home. I walk this several times a week.
City officials say a piece of earth some 300 feet in length has dropped about 30 feet.
We're all well aware of the area a little bit further down the road, but I mean, it's devastating, obviously, for the homeowners and living in this community. One day could affect all of us. So.
City officials tell us the weekend slide, which occurred Saturday night around 8:30 on Marguerite Drive, just off Palos Verdes Drive, has nothing to do with the Portuguese Bend landslide complex. The Portuguese Bend slide is considered the largest, fastest slide in North America and has damaged dozens of homes.
It is not correlated to that landslide. It is approximately 4 to 5 miles apart from one another. So this is a very isolated incident that's affecting 4 properties.
Officials say the 4 homes on those properties were not impacted because they sit about 40 feet back from the ground separation.
None of the 4 structures have been red or yellow tagged, so they're not needing any limited access.
Officials tell us the city geologist is working with residents to try to determine what caused a portion of their backyards to give way.
We are going through some past geotechnical reports that were prepared when this tract was developed. We want to understand what caused this land movement.
They say this will help residents shore up their private properties. Yeah, city officials say that because the backyards and the bluffs are all private property, it will be up to the landowners to take remedies to stabilize them. For now, reporting live here in Rancho Palos Verdes, Mary Beth McDade. We'll send back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Mary Beth. A driver filmed a wild scene on the northbound 15 freeway today when a single-engine plane made an emergency landing. That plane landed right in the center median shortly before 5 p.m. on the 15, just south of Balboa Avenue in San Diego. No one was injured, neither on the plane or on the freeway. As you would expect, traffic was snarled as a result. No word yet on why the pilot was forced to make that emergency landing.
Well, for sure, they were looky-loos, you know? I mean, you see that on the side of the road, you're like, what happened?
Oh.
What a sight, huh? Well, at least it was cool out there, right?
It was.
It wasn't too hot, Vera.
No, you're absolutely right. Temperatures are really mild today, and we're going to continue to see that pattern. And what you see behind me, of course, is the marine layer, and that's going to be part of the reason why we are looking at mild conditions. This is our view from Los Angeles International, where you can see that marine layer is already pushing on shore. Here's a look at those weather headlines for you. A deep trough of low pressure will continue, and that will bring the morning clouds. It's also going to bring some westerly winds. There is a chance that we could see some drizzle tomorrow morning, especially up against the mountains and then west of the mountains. We are going to see a gradual warming trend. It is still going to be remaining below average, but at least the temperature